The movie starts with the scene of a student who is recording his statement about his teacher. The teacher was a history professor at his university. The teacher was also a vampire. 100 years ago, the teacher was also in love with a human named Mary. On a date, when the sun goes down, the teacher accidentally bites Mary and kills her. At the funeral, the teacher dressed up like a priest to see her, but another priest noticed that, but the teacher killed him. Because of killing his love, the teacher's vampire teeth become limp. After that, the teacher, Wayne, depends on animal blood for his thirst. He killed a goat and drank its blood while talking with his colleague, Levine. At the university, Chris, with his father, Ted, met with Professor Levine. After that, they met with Fred and his friends. Fred was Chris's boyfriend. In the classroom, one of the students asked why Wayne looked the same after all those years. Tom shouted and said he found a coincidence, and it was also Tom who was recording at first. During class, Wayne used to drink blood from his water bottle. Ted and his wife were talking about Chris's first day at university. Wayne was lecturing about Genghis Khan in the classroom. He then came to Levine's office and asked what he said about vampires. Levine convinced him, saying he joked with them. Chris was walking with her friends outside. Then they noticed Wayne was walking toward the office. Suddenly, Wayne saw Chris, and somehow his vampire mood turned on. He controlled it and ran into the office. He felt like he saw Mary on Chris's face and turned into the vampire. He panicked about it and wanted to know about Chris, his colleague. Levin said it was his hallucination because of his love for Mary. At night, Wayne went to the classroom again, and Fred asked about the reason why he fell on the stairs outside. Wayne escaped it, saying it was an accident. Then Chris went to the classroom. After seeing Chris, Wayne's vampire mood turned on. He tried to control it, but failed. His teeth have grown bigger, and he holds the mouth. Then he dismissed the class by saying his mother died and ran to the washroom. He laughs out loud on the toilet. A student came to the washroom, and Wayne bit his neck and drank his blood. At sunrise, Wayne put the boy's body in the graveyard. A worker noticed this, and Wayne ran away from there. Tom was teasing Wayne about what Chris heard about vampires in Levine's office. Wayne said it was a joke. Then they felt sorry for Wayne's mother. Wayne said he was ready for the loss. Fred told Chris to wanted to join his class. Wayne ignored the matter and walked away. Wayne was playing guitar and singing a song about the dead student in his office. Someone knocked on his door. There was none, but suddenly Chris jumped out. Wayne was scared, but managed himself. Chris said sorry for his mother's death and gave him water bottles that he left behind in the classroom yesterday. She also washed it before returning to Wayne. Wayne was surprised to see Chris's beauty. He thought of her as his wife Mary. Then again his vampire mood turned on and he broke the guitar. He sat on the sofa and turned opposite to hide his face. He told Chris to leave his office early and that they will meet later. Chris was playing cards with her friends. Her mom came to her with a box of energy drinks. Chris was upset to see her mom and went outside. Chris did not like her mom because his mom was from Amish culture. She wanted to change Chris by that culture but failed. Her mom left the place and Chris offered the box to her friends. The next morning, Chris went again to Wayne's office to add to his class. Wayne said his night classes are filled up and he had a slot open at morning class. The slot was empty because Wayne killed the student in the washroom. Wayne added Chris to the morning class and Chris hugged them before leaving. Tom was capturing photographs with Fred. Chris came there and talked about her class permission in the morning class. Chris was charmed to see Wayne at the glass when he was delivering the lecture. Wayne was again playing guitar in his office. This time, he was singing a song about Chris. Chris went to his office without permission. Wayne got frightened to see her and broke the guitar again. Wayne suspected that Chris came to withdraw his class, but Chris loved his class. While talking, Chris removed her clothes in front of Wayne. Tom said Wayne had sex with both Chris and her mom. The rumors about Chris and Wayne spread out all over the university. Fred got angry after his friends talked about it. Chris was also ignoring it in front of her friends, but one of her noticed Chris mistakenly swapped pants with Wayne. Fred was sad to see Chris and Wayne get in the same car. Tom was capturing their picture and comforting Fred. Wayne told Levine about Chris in his office. Levine was angry about not telling him earlier. Wayne said he had sex with such a little girl because he could feel her, like Mary. After 300 years, he felt that Mary did not die when he was with Chris. Levine asked him about how many men he killed in his life. Wayne smiled and said he stopped himself from killing people. Wayne asked Levine what to do about this realization. Levine told me to continue to lead a happy life. Fred called Chris and asked her about the authenticity of the rumor. Chris confessed the truth, but Fred was always in her head because he was the one that she could talk about herself. Fred wanted to kiss her, but Chris stopped him. Fred got angry and vomited outside and told her to dump the relationship. Tom was checking those photographs and noticed that Wayne disappeared in every photograph. He showed it to Fred, but Fred ignored it by saying it was photoshopped by him. Tom disagreed with him. The next day, Tom took some photos secretly while Wayne was lecturing in front of the class. In the office room, Wayne and Chris both said they thought every time another person while having sex. After hearing the name Mary from Wayne, Chris got angry and told he was like her mom. Wayne also got angry, but Chris told her mom's name is Mary. Wayne wanted to know the last name of her mom. After hearing the last name, the vampire's mood turned on and he bit Chris. He kept Chris's body in his bedroom and went to her house to meet with her mom. He also left a note near her head. Wayne asked Ted about Mary, but she was not there. He also asked if Mary liked photographs. Ted said no. Then Wayne gave him a box to give to Mary and left the house in a happy mood. Wayne then told Levine about that. He said Chris also would be a vampire. It happened when a little vampire drank blood from a man, but the man was not killed. Later, the man also turned into a vampire. He then leaves Levine to see Chris. At the house, Chris was not there. Wayne got worried and went out to look for Chris. He went to Fred's location, and Chris was not there. Tom said the location where Chris could be found. Mary found the box and a letter. After seeing her necklace, Mary broke the glass in her hands. Wayne went to the place and saw dead people there. He also killed a man who was alive. Then he saw Chris was drinking blood. She said she killed 29 people. Wayne wanted to concern her about some rules about being a vampire, but she got crazy. Wayne told her to eat animal blood, but Chris denied it and said Wayne was too weak. She then hit Wayne and left the place laughing out loud. Wayne met with Mary and kissed her. After seeing it, Ted wanted a divorce from Mary. While talking, Wayne told everything about Chris to Mary. Mary got angry to hear that and hit him. She then told her to leave. Fred and Tom went to the witch to find out about the vampire. Chris killed her friends one by one in the house. Levine told him he should not tell everything to Mary. He also told him to kill Chris to stop all those murders. Fred and Tom set mirrors at Wayne's office to find out the truth about vampires. They tricked Wayne and put sunlight on his body. They found out the truth and there was a fight between them. Wayne convinced them to stop and talk with them. Then he told me all about Chris. Then they decided to kill her together. They made a weapon and practiced together. During practice, Fred got angry and sad about all of this incident. Chris's friends also turned into vampires. With them, Chris went to a girls' meeting and turned everyone their vampire. Fred and Tom got scared to see that and told to Wayne. Wayne went to Mary to help him to kill Chris, but Mary did not agree to kill her daughter. Chris and her friends were delivering leaflets about donating blood to everyone in college. Chris also gave one to Tom and told him not to keep Fred there. They planned together to take action at night. Levine also donates a bag of blood to Chris's friend. Fred and Tom were preparing their home to kill these vampires. Chris and her friends came to their house. Chris was shocked to see Fred there. Fred wanted to stay with them, and Chris did not stop him. Then Fred and Tom went out of the house. Tom collected a tube light from the shop and kicked a girl. He also completed the video footage. Wayne was sharpening the weapon and called Mary to help him again. She again rejected him, but Wayne gave the address. There was a party at the house. Fred, Tom, and Wayne were setting up traps to kill vampires. The boys were waiting at the house. The group of vampire girls came to the house, and the boys went up to make love with them. Mary changed her mind and decided to help them to kill all the vampires. Freddie and Tom came to the house and went upstairs to save their friend. Tom locked all the doors and told their friends what to do with the weapon. Then they went upstairs, but their friend died. Those girls were attacking them, but they were killing them with the help of Wayne and their plan. One of the girls wanted to have sex with Fred, but Fred agreed only to kiss in his bed, while Tom will also be there. Wayne was killing them by pushing them down from the rooftop in their traps one by one. The girl was kissing Fred on his bed. During the kiss, Fred jumped out from the bed. Tom dropped on top of the girl, and the weapon was below the bed. They killed the girl, and Wayne also arrived there. Chris was collecting blood from the nurse and killed her. Tom, Fred, and Wayne went down and found their friends dead. Then the girls attacked them. Chris saw her mother's appearance there. Fred put a stick on a girl, but the girl did not die. The girl went to Tom. He killed her by throwing her on a tube ray. Mary arrived there and met with Fred. They both enter the house. The girls thought it was Chris because of the same looks. Mary showed her necklace, and Wayne got his power back. Then they both attacked the girls to kill them. They killed all of them one by one and found the nurse's dead body. Then they went for Chris to stop her. Chris was a super vampire. If she drinks all the blood, the donors will also be turned into vampires. At the house, Mary was talking with Chris and told her to stop drinking blood. While taking, they attacked Chris. Chris was storing and bite Fred. Then Wayne held her and told Mary to put the stick on. Mary was hesitating, but Fred hit the stick, and it went through Chris's body. Chris gave Fred a pen drive. She wanted to give him before killing him. Chris also praised Wayne and asked for forgiveness from Mary. Then she died. Fred went out of the house, and Tom and Wayne went to the fridge. There were many empty blood bags, and Levine's blood was also there. At last, Wayne said, "They have to prepare themselves to kill more vampires."